What's up, guys? Got another thing on the green car today. We're not going to do anything on the Miata. Still waiting on parts. I mean, I don't know how long it's going to take, but I want to get something going on this since we're pretty far ahead on it, 8 years, and none of it's been recorded or anything. So I have some old screenshots and stuff of this car that I'm going to put up while I talk about it, just kind of walking around it. But basically, the story of this car, I got it from my preacher in, let's see, I was 16, and at our church, he drove it one day, and it was this ugly baby blue, like, just, there's got to be some baby blue in here somewhere. Oh, I know I got baby blue in here still in the interior, because I haven't painted it yet, but ugly, ugly color, like, that's gray. No, I guess I don't have baby blue. There's somewhere way in the panel back there. You probably can't really see it. Ugly, terrible, faded, ugly looking freaking 80s style baby blue. Got rid of it. That's the first thing I wanted gone. I was like, I don't want it. I didn't. Funny story is, I didn't even want to paint it green at the time. I was all into like the black color, the dark grays, and for some reason, just in high school, green became the color that I just started bleeding for some reason. I started doing everything green. Yeah, I mean, so that was the first thing that was done for it. And when I got that done, drove it the week after we got it painted. We got this painted on my 18th birthday. So me being the hoonigan that I am was stoked to just drive it. So we drove it. I drove it to school. And dude brake checked me leaving school, which, I mean, I these old brakes weren't ready for it, and I locked all 4 of them up. No manual brake, no ABS, of course. It's my first time driving a car on my own. First car on my own. And yeah, so I ended up hitting the dude right in here and just smashed this whole piece. Everything here was destroyed. This is even an AMX grill. This is a Eagle or a Concorde grill, which is, they have the same body styles. I'll get a photo and show you all the different. And it ruined the front valance, or the front spoiler. And yeah, I was destroyed. Like literally a week after getting it done. Bam. Smashed the radiator in. Had to get it all replaced. Luckily, I'll put some photos. We got the plastics replaced. And then I got a brand new front valance. And here's another crazy story. 4 hours after putting the new paint corrected, I'll find it, it's somewhere in my attic, front spoiler, me and my buddy Justin want to go to Taco Bell. It's like 9 o'clock at night, 10, just hit dark. So I'm driving to his house, and a deer just came out of nowhere, and I hit it. Luckily, I was going like 40, 45, so it didn't do much, but this whole panel over here was just pushed, sunk in, just everything here destroyed. And I have the original panel still also in the attic. I'll have to bring it all out. Just crushed in. The frame was fine and everything. I was pretty broken about it. Me and my dad used a tree and a winch. We kind of pulled it all out, had it primered. And the hood, we fixed the hood. This is not the hood that went with it. But for 3 or 4 years, I drove it with a tan front end and the green outside. I called it Scarface because it was half and half. Drove it like that for a very long time. Didn't really have the time or the want to paint it because the motor gave out. It had a 304. It's a 79 AMX, 79 AMC AMX. AMX is our sports package. So this is an AMC Spirit without the spoiler, no spoiler, and they used to have like a sticker of a phoenix on the back. None of that came stock. It was just that literally this spoiler, under this spoiler, there's a key for the hatch. So the Spirits themselves did not have this little fancy pantsy spoiler on the side. And then I guess the 79 AMX was the Spirit body. I don't remember what year it is for the Gremlin. There's called a Gremlin X. And then they have like the 73 Javelin AMX. And it was not an AMX like this. It was a Javelin. AMC was weird with that stuff. I really haven't dug enough research to understand why they did it that way. And I actually have an AMX car too, which, so people you'll go on the books or the Facebook groups, and they'll be like, "No, it's not a Spirit, it's an AMX. Get your facts right." Blah 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 blah. Literally, the AMX package is just a spoiler and a 304. That was about it. So the 304 gave out in high school, being the, once again, dumb teenager hoonigan I am. Went through it, shelled the tranny at the same time, around the same time. We put a 4.3 Chevy motor in here because we were going to put a 350 in it and Chevy it up, bow tie it all up, make it all crazy. Then the whole LS craze kind of happened. I didn't want to do it. I wanted to go, no, let's put the original motor back in. I don't want to do all the custom fabrication and stuff. The 4.3 had a ton. We did that. We managed to find a wrecked Javelin that I wanted to restore so bad. It was mint condition. Everything was good on it. Window was busted though, and the corner panel was just T-boned in. There's no way we could fix it. There's no way my capabilities could fix it. We got it for free. It had a T10 transmission and a 360 5.9 liter AMC block, and so we took that bad boy, built it. I'll put some more photos up here and stuff. And I drove it for about 4 months, almost done with break-in. But for some reason, like every 1,000 miles, the cam gears would chew up. I didn't know anything about 360s or AMC motors in general, but apparently they have super poor oil pressure like control. You can take in the inside of the car or the inside of the motor and plumb new lines and such. Of course, us not knowing that when we built the motor and spent $6,000-$7,000 on it, we were kind of like, well, crap. The motor was fine, but I just had to keep changing the cam gears. We didn't blow it up, thank goodness. Guy in Edmond bought it from us, put it in a Gremlin of his because he knows how to do all that stuff. And then here comes this LQ453, and here comes the hard, LS swap it life. So we LS swapped it, kept the truck harness. This was supposed to be just a template motor, and then life just kind of happened and other stuff came up, besides working on the car. But it's a 5.3 liter now. Truck harness still. I plan on doing the Holley EFI, so the wiring is just terrible right now, but it's going to be nice and plumbed. I'm going to pull the motor out anyways and redo the engine bay. And it had a T5 with it for a while out of a Mustang, and shelled it. One streetcar takeover on the way home. Went from 1 neutral to 6 neutrals. Drug it home, or towed it home, and we found a T56 out of a Firebird, or not a Firebird, a WS6 or a Trans Am, a 98. I think it's a 98 or 97. It was the it wasn't the LS transmission. It was the LT11, and well, basically the T56s were so cool because they went in Cobras, Vipers, Corvettes, Camaros. All I had to do was buy a front bell housing to go to an LS, and so I got a billet bell housing for it, and I got a billet input shaft to change the teeth to go into an LS instead of the LT1. And so we did that. We smacked it in there, and that was about it. Drove it. It's been driving great since then. So the drivetrain itself, the Chevy Ford drive shaft, AMC 20 still has the stock rearing in it. And I thought this whole time, there's a stamp on the side that's an M. And I thought that the M, I looked at the charts and stuff, M stands for 410 gear ratioed track lock, so limited slip. Those were false because I was too lazy to scroll down even more to find out they have a W. W is a 258 open diff. Why there's an open diff in a AMX sport package, I don't know. I'm butthurt about it, so I was gonna be like, we'll just, maybe it was just the clutch packs or the limited slip just being worn out, I'll replace it all. But now I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna spend $10,000 on a 258 because I'm gonna have to buy the gearing, the rack and pinion, the limited slip, and AMC 20s are good if you dish out the money for the single axles and the solid single axle, one piece axles, and the other crap. But we're just going to 488 swap it because that's what I want to do. You know, my car, my vision. So we're going to be like everyone else with an LS swapped motor and a 488 rear end. So I look forward to taking it out to a junkyard and doing that build. That's going to be a great time. But the plan is an open diff, or not open diff, woo, limited slip, 8.8, 3.73 ratio with the Mickey Thompsons that I got from my old boss. It's going to be ratioed out to like 3.6. I had 255 Cooper Cobras on them, and Christmas just was fun. So I burnt them smooth. And I don't know exactly why this happened or how. I don't know if I just got them super, super hot because it was a one tire fire. I mean, look at this other tire. It's great. So yeah, I had a dish on that. And I planned on doing this anyways. He hooked me up, and now that's where the car is now. The rims I got 2 years ago after repainting the car, drivetrain wise. Got the rims from him as well. He helped me out before Streetcar Takeover because I painted it in this garage with a Harvard Freight paint, and that is literally all of the stuff is still over here. My full base, my clears, etc., etc. Got my sandpaper. I went to town on it. You know, I did it myself with my wife, my good friends. And yeah, it just came out that way. It came out good. There's still orange peel. See if I can get it in the. You can kind of see the orange peel. I did a stage 5, so three base coats, 2 clear coats. So besides the primer, maybe it's a 6. I don't know. It's primered, and then 3 coats of green, 2 coats of gloss, and the last gloss I did a heavy coat. It was last summer. It got humid though, and I had a slow activator, so I have enough gloss in there to buff it all out and get it going. That's the goal. We're gonna buff it out for now and get it smooth. And if I can get it smooth enough, I may just wrap the car green or wrap the car something else anyways, just to preserve it. But it's garage kept, but it's daily driven like no other. There's some dents here and here. And I see them because I work on the car, and I look at it and I go, oh gosh, there's more, cracks and stuff. Like right here, we had this welded before paint, and the door slammed and just busted the weld. So I have to deal with that. I gotta be careful shutting the door, which I guess my hinge is crooked as well. I need to fix it. Booyah. But yeah, that's where the car's at right now, guys. Tint the windows. I'm going to take it to somebody to do all the windows, including this one. But we're going to pull this trim out anyways because it leaks, I found out, and redo the trim. I just can't find the rubber for this, so I got to find a new makeshift rubber that's going to hold the window in and it not fly out the freaking road. We're probably going to do some window sealer in it too, like a front windshield and such. Just get it as secure as possible. But I haven't really slept on it because I can't find this rubber, and we got to find the rubber before we do anything. But yeah, so the goal, they get the 488. I want to turbo it, Holley EFI. That's a pretty much summed up story of it. I hit the deer. Oh, actually, no, I hit the deer. We got it fixed, and then I got hit by a driver in a parking lot of where I used to work. And it was this side this time sunk in, so this panel was ruined too. So the whole front end, both sides and the front, were cursed. I was pretty much just done. I was like, I can't find parts for this car. I just need to stop. Well, we found an AMC Eagle for $600, and it's literally the Eagle goes into here, and right here there's an extra door, and then just a station wagon in the back. The whole front clip is an Eagle front clip. Pulled the whole front end off. I'll post the photos. And we did that, and then bam, painted it. The Eagle has like flares on these, and so they're riveted in, and so we had to smooth and weld them all shut, and body filler, and smooth it all out, make it look pretty. But yeah, then we got our shell back. That's about it, honestly. Love the car. Interior, something else we're gonna do. It's kind of dark in here right now, but it's black. It's sprayed out. I've already got the back sanded, any kind of rust spots sealed up, any kind of water spots covered up. I don't plan on keeping it just an open shell like this. I plan on putting the original panels back in, which are over here. I kept everything, but I mean, look at them. They're faded or worn. They were like this in high school. I mean, I just literally can just, they fall apart. So we're gonna get this all replaced. The panels and such, they're black, but I spray painted them in high school and it's all chipped off. I don't know if that's from the sun or something, but I'm thinking about just doing like some sort of vinyl wrap over them. Make it like a rug, kind of like a, not a suede or anything, but something, just one piece that's not gonna flake. Or I can do like the Rhino liner undercoating. I might just do that, honestly, just to keep it, you know, from flaking and stuff. I don't really know how to mess with it. I may even just put a layer of fiberglass over it, spray them down, and go from there. That's another story or mission. But yeah, here's the sums of the car. Love this car to death. I hope you guys are interested. We had 43 views on the other AMC video. That's awesome. 43 of y'all watched it. It gets a lot of hate. It turns a lot of heads. That's what I like about it. I love seeing, like, going on dinner dates with my wife, and you'll see like this kid with his family seeing it in the parking lot and like flipping out over it. It really makes my day when you see someone, kid, or even just adults. Like old timers at gas stations are telling me how they used to have a Javelin back in the day when they were a kid. It brings a smile to my face, and that's why I preserved it. Besides the motor, of course, I just don't want the 304 in it. I mean, you'll have AMC guys just tell me, "Oh, you ruined it," blah 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 blah. But they have theirs in a garage sitting, or a barn sitting for 55 years with 1,000 miles on it, preserving it. But here I am showing the world that AMC made really cool cars before they were bought out from Chrysler. So I mean, you do you, I do me, and that's just how it's gonna go. Deal with it. It's not your car. I don't make fun of you for keeping yours in the garage for, you know, forever. But yeah, I daily drive it when I can. If it's raining, obviously not. We'll drive the car, or the S10, or my other truck. But yeah, it's been a blast. I mean, this is just a quick video to get y'all up and up on the car. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys are looking forward to the journal of this car, and I'll talk to you guys later. You guys have a good one. Whatever time it is, just enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see y'all in the next video.